May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world. Looking at the map, we should be getting close. Speaking of which, the closer we get, the more Paimon's heart feels like it's beating out of her chest. Excitement! Yeah, sure, that's it. Everyone's here bright and early. Yeah, the desert's a pretty harsh environment. Better to travel at night and beat the heat. Hey everyone, we're here!
Ah, right on time. You don't need to worry about me. It's not too hot yet, and I'm properly hydrated.
All right, we're just waiting on the two people Miss Layla mentioned, and then we'll be set. He's staying behind. If we don't make it back after a certain time, he'll be in charge of rescue operations.
You can count on me.
Nice! You thought of everything!
Oh, and Cyrus said he'll be in Aru Village, so he's also available if we need help.
Haha! Amazing! Having people to watch her back is making Paimon a lot less nervous.
Yeah, I did. After hearing about what happened, my advisor gave me some time off to rest. So, my studies are on hold for now.
Then, does your advisor know you're back in the desert to investigate?
Yes, but I was only allowed to come after I mentioned that General Mahamatra would be there too.
Haha! Quite the reputation you've got there, Sino. Something wrong? You haven't said a word this whole time. Are you in a bad mood or something?
No. Being skilled with words also means being a good listener. I'm just reflecting on what you're saying.
Oh, Hatham! Kaveh! Ha! Over here!
Darn it. I was just setting up a brilliant...
Yeah. I'm sure you'll find another chance. The important thing is, our scribe and our renowned architect are here at last.
High praise. But wait, why am I renowned and not him? He's just as famous as Sino, Dia, or Nilu.
That just means your level of fame is even greater. How could a lowly scribe hold a candle to you?
Lowly scribe? Please. All those... Lowly scribe? Please. All those strings you pulled to get those new books from the House of Dana? What do you call that?
Borrowing. Anyone with an employee ID can do it.
Uh-huh, yeah. The House of Dana bends over backwards for just anyone, does it?
Send a report to Lesser Lord Kusanali then. Let her know someone at the Academia is abusing their position.
Hey! I never said abusing!
Impressive verbal sparring, as always. Oh, hello to you too, Marak. Well, looks like your assistant is raring to go, Kaveh. So, I say we get this show on the road. No sense delaying the inevitable. No need. We're in this together, remember? Sure. This is the entrance, yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. Then, if we're all set, let's get moving.
Paimon's mouth is full of sand! So that's what falling into quicksand feels like?
If this was quicksand, we would have struggled to breathe. No. I think this was regular sand, and we didn't sink into it. We fell through it. Into this place.
Agreed.
In other words, sounds like a you problem, Paimon.
Ha ha, very funny. No, wait, Paimon's the only one.
What? I'm the only one with sand in my shoes? Yeah, right.
Probably means he didn't run into any. 'Cause we're just unlucky.
Not the best sign of what's to come.
He'll be fine. Let's just use up all our bad luck and we'll be golden.
Well, that goes without saying.
Fair point. There's just one problem, though. The only way forward is through that door.
Oh! Is it time to hunt for a key? Paimon loves this part. Don't worry. With our adventuring experience, we'll find it no problem. Let's get searching.
Marak, wait!
Marak seems interested in these jars. Go smash them.
Ah, well, we would hate for you to have to lift a finger, Your Highness. Marak, this isn't really your old home, is it?
No idea what that means, but Marak does sound pretty happy.
So, mechanical life forms do have the capacity to miss home. A novel discovery.
Well, with Marak leading the way, we should be safe, right? Good thing you decided to join, Kaveh. Otherwise, our investigation would have ended at that door.
It was nothing that I did. You should thank Marak instead.
Hold on. At this rate, Paimon's gonna lose her title as best guy to a mechanical suitcase. Aw, thanks. Hey, wait. What do you mean, useless?
Well, no weird mental symptoms so far. I'll take that. That said,
There are 3 doors here.
So, we split up. Divide and conquer. Otherwise, this whole thing is in ruins. No pun intended on that last part. I swear.
Yeah, that might be our best option.
good idea. And the minute things go south, we go back the way we came.
Ooh, this is getting exciting! So, who's teaming up with who?
Yeah. Well, this takes me back. Last time we were in the desert together, two of you came all the way out here to gang up on me.
Oh, sounds like someone's holding a grudge. Just what I like to hear. If you're still hung up on that last one, just name the time and place, and we'll have ourselves another thrilling... duel.
Huh. What's with the awkward pause? Were you expecting me to stop you from saying something stupid? You two can have 1,000 duels for all I care, after we're done here. For now, focus on the task at hand. This chamber is huge. I can't even imagine what it's used for.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I seem to have stepped on some kind of stone slab.
Huh. There's a pattern on this, but it's hard to make out with all the dust. Huh? Look! The shape seems to match the markings on the ground over there.
Let's slot it in and see.
And we have a match. Looks like we need to find the other 3 broken slabs.
Let's search the area, but be careful where you step.
Ooh, got one. Ouch, but watch out. The edges are kind of sharp.
Got the 3rd piece. We just need one more. Huh. Look, a cat. Could it be the same one Jer mentioned?
I don't think we need to worry about startling him. He doesn't seem afraid of people.
Yeah. If anything, it seems like he wants us to follow.
He led us to the last piece. Who's a good kitty?
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
You've clearly never heard how the professor talks to his tomatoes, then.
Alright, well, that's that. Now, we need to figure out how to get rid of all this dust.
Behold, the great Vayu Viastra.
Be honest. You've been waiting to say that for how long now?
Just activate the mechanism. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Huh. It worked. It's a picture of...
3 Hermanubises?
That can't be right. The ears aren't vertical.
Oh, true. And the looks fall short. My hat is much better looking.
A goat, an ibis, and a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Our botanist knows more than just plants.
Riveting observation. I was just thinking. These 3 figures look a lot like the 7 pillars of King Deshret.
That's right. These are our colleagues.
Our what now?
You sure about that?
Just kidding. But what I meant by that is, these were Hermanubis' colleagues back then. The middle one is the Goat King Harashef, Minister of Ministers, the god Amun's most trusted chancellor. Records say he was the deputy king of the Desert Sands, chief among the 7 pillars.
Someone even more impressive than Hermanubis? I wonder if that ever got his goat. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Okay, that was a good one.
Wait, really? I've got so much more where that came from.
Where were we? This is Sopik, the Crocodile King, captain of captains. As the name suggests, he was a valiant commander and had dominion over all weapons of war. And finally, this is the Ibis King Thoth, scribe of scribes.
Your memory's pretty impressive. I bet you're almost as good as me at memorizing cards.
A scribe. Did he manage archives then? Like Alhaitham?
Wait, that's all Alhaitham does? I never knew being an academia scribe was such a cushy job.
Well, that's how his friend put it, anyway. But it does seem like he has a lot of free time.
Well, I don't know much about the academia, but I'm sure the Ibis King had more responsibilities than that. The temple's records say he represented the wisest aspects of King Deshret, inventing the desert script and arcane arts at his king's command.
He must have been quite the impressive man then.
Or creature, depending on how you look at it.
Still, why are these 3 the only ones represented here? What about the other pillars of King Deshret?
Maybe because the three of them were extra close?
Huh. Kinda like us.
Oh yeah! Maybe we should have someone inscribe us on a commemorative stone slab too.
Or we could just take a picture. It would serve the same purpose. Anyway, no more distractions. Huh. Doesn't it look like there's writing carved into the corner?
Huh. There is. And it's in the ancient desert script too.
Looks like the Ibis King left you some homework.
Give me a sec. I'll try and translate it. The ministers are unvirtuous. The scribes unwise. The captains unworthy. My end is not humanity's end. Hereby bestow upon you all the far side of eternity. Wait, so they went to Aru?
It doesn't sound like it was their idea.
The far side of eternity is said to be the final land of dreams for all desert dwellers. But if such a place did exist, wouldn't it also be an inescapable prison?
Yes, and based on the writing here, it's clear King Deshret wasn't pleased with these three. This gift he bestowed upon them seems more like a punishment. Such is the power of a king, I suppose.
Which means the goat's the one who got in the end.
Huh. Yep, not as good the second time.
What? Impossible.
Well, looks like that's all we can learn here. Should we keep going?
Yes, no time to waste.
Jeez, who knew a suitcase could be so fast? Marak is nothing like this when it comes to housework. Hey, wait up!
A scout's job is to take the lead. Just let Marak figure it out.
Easy for you to say. I'll be the one doing the repairs if something happens.
Why don't you go scout ahead then?
When I think of a comeback, I'll let you know.
No rush.
Oh, Marak stopped. What is it? Found something?
Looks like something covered in sand.
Let's get it out then. Come on. Oh, it's a stone slab. Good job, Marak.
Let's take a look.
Huh. Looks like this part of the picture goes over there?
In that case, there must be other pieces.
All right, and let's look around. Hey! Why are you sitting down?
I thought Marak was helping.
Oh, so you do know what that word means. Great. Are we supposed to just sit back while Marak does all the work?
No, I doubt you could do that.
Exactly.
But I can.
You...
See?
It's all coming back to me. How insufferable it is to work with this no-good, do-nothing...
We could be more efficient, I agree. I'll work on this piece. You take care of the rest.
Found one! Good teamwork!
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Looks like we found them all. The pieces fit together like a glove. But we can't see what's on them.
Turn around.
Huh?
Look.
Oh, I've seen this before. It can create strong winds. Just what we need to clean off the slab. Come on, let's... Hey!
Don't worry about me. If I sit here, I won't be in the way.
Oh, you don't want to be in the way? Then sit right in front, so the device can blow you straight back to Sumeru City. Scanning. Done. Huh. That's one big cat. And there's a shattered crown. I think it's depicting some kind of story.
Look, there's writing too. The Ibis King answered the young noble, granting him the wisdom he sought. But the fragile crown was shattered by lies in the end. Here I leave the name, Gudars.
Gudars? I've seen that name in a history book before. He was a young noble who sought to save his realm, and a king who once united the desert.
That's right. Although his methods were rather shameful. During his long reign, he betrayed his family and the nobles who supported him, only realizing the error of his ways after his enemies left him nowhere to turn. But by then, it was too late.
Seems like a common occurrence across history.
Different people, same mistakes. It's an inevitable pattern, destined to repeat itself.
The writing mentions the Ibis King, but a cat is depicted here. Does that mean...
So far, what's depicted on the slab seems true to history. In which case, this cat is either a proxy for the Ibis King or a manifestation of said king himself. Exaggeration is a common method ancient records use to highlight a being of higher status. And as we know, Layla and Jur both heard the sound of a cat while escaping the ruin.
You're saying the Ibis King, one of the legendary 7 pillars of King Deshret, is here, still helping those in need?
I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Wait, there it is! The cat! Ah! Marak went after him!
The cat showing us the way forward. Come, let's follow.
Okay. Feast your eyes! Sight clear! Two! Huh. The cat's gone.
Yes, but look where he led us.
Oh. Another slab. It looks similar to the last one. Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert yourself. Huh. The scene depicted here
seems to be a different tale. The Ibis King answered the gin-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought. But enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. Makaira.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers about the desert. As I recall, she was given as a gift to the tyrant king of Gurabad, and later seized the opportunity to kill him. After getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudars and Makaira ended up, it might not have been a good thing. But, at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked to the Ibis King, then he doesn't seem like a villain either.
People are complicated, and the same is true of the servants of the gods, no matter their wisdom or power. Let's reserve judgment for now and keep moving.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier. Have your memories come back, Layla?
No, sorry. To be honest, nothing about this experience feels familiar. Besides, my focus is the stars, so I don't spend a lot of time exploring ancient ruins.
Guess that makes us the senior researchers in this scenario. Stick close, all right, Layla?
Okay. What a tall ceiling.
Yeah. For such a big place, it's so empty. Like no one ever lived here. Sure must have been boring to live in ancient times, staring at ceilings all day.
Now that you mention it, I've heard some people used to draw star maps on their vaulted ceilings. Some might even make them transparent to better observe the movement of the stars. It sounds so nice. Stargazing from the comfort of your own home. Wait a second. I think I see something up there.
Huh? How is Paimon supposed to do that? Oh, right. Flying. Duh. Alright. Sit tight, everyone. Adventurer Paimon will be right back. Okay. So, there's nothing super special up there. Just a couple of shelves, tables, jars, and scrolls. And a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff? Well, when you put it that way... Come on then, let's see what we've got. Paimon's hoping for something super valuable.
Thanks. I'll stick close. Not now. I think that's everything. Most of the documents are in the ancient desert script, except these ones. These seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out.
Right! Let's arrange them in chronological order before we read through. Okay, now let's take a look.
Maybe this person fell in by accident.
Yeah, maybe. But they don't sound super worried about their situation. So, either this person's an ace adventurer, like the Traveler, or some kind of super optimist.
An optimist, huh? Oh, I wish I could be that sort of person.
That's right! You're detailed and passionate. Great qualities for an adventuring buddy. This Optimus seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of this place. That could have gotten them in big trouble for all we know.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. It's almost magical how words like that can make you feel like you can do anything. I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Until I figure out my new study topic, at least. Oh, looks like you were spot on, Paimon.
See? Told ya! That's what happens when you don't think things through. And all this talk about seniors and juniors, he was a student just like you, Layla. Whew, he sure talks a big talk for a student, though. You'd think he was some kind of old scholar instead.
Huh.
What is it? Did Paimon say something wrong?
No, not at all. I was just thinking, and this might sound rude, but the way this person speaks is just so... you noticed too. I mean, it's good that he helped treat his companion's wound, but it didn't seem like it was out of kindness. More like he was looking out for his own self-interest, or thought he could get something out of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
Yeah. If you're both in this dangerous situation together, wouldn't you mention them at least once? If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with. No one would be able to get away.
Actually, I find Paimon's approach quite sensible. It makes sense from a safety perspective, too. That way, if anyone came to the rescue, the notes would be able to tell them everything they needed to know.
Whoa! That's genius-level thinking!
Well, I learned that from Madame Farazan, actually. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Oh, no! I'm just a student.
It's fine! You taught us something, so you're our teacher! Simple as that! Anyway, from the looks of things, the student who left these notes behind was pretty weird. Let's keep reading. Whoa! Hang on! That's a lot of information. Paimon needs a moment to take this in. The Ibis King. So... did this person actually meet the Ibis King here?
Sorry. Who?
Jeez, not again! Stop teasing her, Traveler! You know she was asking about Nefer. Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the Ibis King before, but not in much detail.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about King Deshret, and most in the academia have at least some knowledge on the 7 pillars. Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers, guiding their people to pursue the limits of wisdom. He also left behind treasures for future generations, which continue to be relevant in nearly every research discipline. Now, this message indicates this student and his senior were rescued by the Ibis King. But to think it's possible to meet him in a place like this... We don't know when these notes were written, but didn't the 7 pillars disappear a long time ago?
Yeah, the notes made it sound like his powers were restricted. Also, the mention of this form? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure. Let's...
Oh, this is the last page. There's even a signature. Well, sounds like they made it out. Guess it was a happy ending after all.
Wait, but it says... The Ibis King cannot be trusted.
Huh. Our friend said something similar. That the Ibis King was a liar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't quite right with him. Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist. Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I think Paimon raises a good point. Let's keep our guard up just in case. Alright, I think that's all the clues around here. How about we...
Oh, it's Marak! That means Kave and the others should be around here, right?
Hello? Anyone up there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can!
You know, sound travels just fine in an empty chamber like this. You don't have to shout. Of course, if you're shouting to express your excitement at being reunited, by all means, pretend I never said anything.
Yelling like this is kinda exhausting. Come on, let's head back down.
The night is cold.
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Indeed. Or as I like to call it, the chai factor. No reply?
Just say it.
Alright. Because it's spice to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Wait, what? You've never heard that one?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Oh, great. What else is new?
Well, looks like everyone made it through unscathed. Let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what we learned. Sound good?
Yeah, let's debrief.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended up with even more questions.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the Ibis King in some way. Hey, Sino. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for a sec?
Of course. Just let me sense his presence. Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a two-man act?
Sorry, Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever I want.
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? I would have liked to reminisce about old times with him.
Ah, the cat! It speaks!
Of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all. You do me a great offense.
My apologies. Esteemed cats, sir?
Oh, this little contraption is still here.
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I apologize. I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if I did remember, I would need to translate it into modern language. It's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original, if you ask me. Who thought of it? And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak looks much happier in its current form. Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them. You can look them up if you're curious.
This cat talks a lot.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was like?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go me!
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should have brought a bookmark.
That all went over Paimon's head.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. You are special among your companions. But you are all guests. It is only proper to invite you in. Come then, this way.
I see everything!
Welcome to my humble abode.
Your house sure is spacious, Lord Ibis King.
I fear it's not quite what it used to be. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats I once raised. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with such lovely fur. Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest such as yourself be presented with a gift. Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis, you see. I fear with the passage of time, none are left.
What? So the treasure's gone already?
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description. Yes, and no. I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Not a bad deal, yes? Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the Mistress of Flowers. There are 3, and no more. What causes our rise and fall? What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer 2 of the 3.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those 2 slabs are depicting.
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and quite boring, too. After being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I despised speaking to them. No conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from time to time, you are much more interesting.
Hold on, we're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned? What are they for, exactly?
Ah, that is a story that begins with King Deshret.
And we're in for another long one.
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all, is it not? And our king, he was such a proud, solemn man in those days. He watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed or were about to obtain. We were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the fullest, progress was inevitable. Yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world such as this. So nothing went as planned. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were 7 pillars, one was forever absent. Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us, but the dragon herself rejected that idea.
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck to begin with.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. There was nothing we could do about that. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But, of course, those who remain must continue to live on. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a retainer is decided by the king, including the chance to walk away. So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I locked up within Aru, where we remain to this day.
Krako. Goti?
Ah, of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the Crocodile King, and Hereshef, the Goat King. And let me tell you, when it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where I was the one who got accused of cheating. Chess is an exercise in patience, and that man couldn't sit still to save his life. He could never excel at that game. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often, and since I was always the winner, we got along quite well. What are you laughing at? Were we not good friends?
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you, it's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Can you not hear him? Ah, right, of course you can't. The two of them are inside Aru, as am I, so only I can hear them.
What is even going on here? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped for so long?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentences.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not talk at all.
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things. Please.
In that case, where were we?
Getting to the part about the 3 questions. Hopefully.
Ah yes, we're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the correct answers to those 3 questions. The first person who caught my eye was Gudars. I asked him, "What causes our rise and fall?" He answered, "Conspiracy and betrayal, for it renders the righteous and wise unable to succeed, and thus nations fall." I found his answer quite interesting, so I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makaira. I asked her, "What obliterates love and hate?" She said unto me, "I have nothing left to lose. Vengeance alone can quench both love and hate." I found this to be another fascinating response, so I granted her the power to be loved.
But both of them ended up...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate, or was it the power I bestowed upon them that determined their end?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstances, so I can't answer.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is all in the past at this point. My only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules and bring me one step closer to freedom. As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, "What determines truth and falsehood?" and found her answer quite compelling, so I bestowed upon her a gift to match. As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear the answer she gave at that time was wrong. But alas, 3 people were chosen and 3 questions were asked, so now all I can do is wait. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king, until she has found the true answer to that question.
No wonder there was no 3rd stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story. Though that might be a generous interpretation.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left or passed on, there were none left to record the events that followed. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands. In the sprawling desert, very few things or people even manage to leave a trace. But sometimes I can't help but wonder, if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question, Would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled upon this place, but I only chose the special ones. That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found? The student named Zondik?
Ah, yes, I think that was his name. In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my third remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure. From several centuries ago, had been willing to answer my question. Would I have left Aru by now?
Wait, so there was someone else?